Well, let's see you beat SplatterHouse on Turbo Graphics.
Welcome to another episode of Beat This Game Today Halloween Edition. We're taking on SplatterHouse on the Turbo Graphics. This is one of my new favorite games. I say new even though it's old because I didn't have it when growing up. But this game is pretty badass, and it was definitely worth the money I paid to get it. It's definitely not cheap if you want to get out there and get this game. But if you see it and you got a little bit of cash, I would go ahead and spend it. It's a good game. So, as true BT Games fashion, we're going to go through this game from beginning to end, see how well we do on this one. It's been a while since I've done this. I actually remember doing this run. It probably was about a couple weeks ago, so we'll see. The key to this game, I would say, is to use the weapons. They're pretty strategically laid out throughout the whole game, so definitely can use them to your advantage. I believe this game has 7 levels, if memory serves me correctly, which isn't too bad. You can pretty much do this game in between like 15 and 25 minutes, somewhere in there. The game does have limited continues. You can earn lives. I believe every 30,000 points you'll get an extra life. But other than that, I think it's it's definitely pretty fair. Like I said, between the weapons and learning the patterns, that's probably the most important thing you're going to get here. And something to note here on the first level boss, I think just about every boss for the first half of the game has some sort of weird after death possibility. Like that guy, that thing just jumped out of his that corpse there. Happens every, like I said, the first couple of bosses here. So just be ready. That way they don't hit you and you die. This is one of those games where if you die, you kill the boss and you die from some other element in the level, you will have to start all over again, so keep that in mind. And all of you purists out there who played this game, I don't know what it is. I feel really stupid even saying it, but there is one move, it's like a jump slide kick, or I guess you do it from a jump, but it's a slide kick, and it's probably one of the best ones the best moves that you can use in this game. I could never figure out how to do it. I feel really stupid. Maybe somebody out there knows how to do it. You can tell me. I don't know, but I think I've done it maybe once by accident, but I don't know how. So, if you know how to do it, I would recommend that. But you don't have to have it, definitely. Your attacks consist of both punches and kicks. The jump kick is probably one of the best weapons I think you can use, or the best attacks you can use, mainly because of the distance, and it can keep you out of harm's way. So if you have a chance, definitely, especially on these guys, if you don't have this 2x4, do that, because getting close to them with either a kick or a regular punch leaves you pretty vulnerable, so definitely do the other. Here we come up to the second boss here, I guess the possessed room. Shit's just gonna fall. Make sure you're not out of the way of it. If you are in the way, you can definitely punch and hit it so you don't take the damage. I believe it's the chair and then the knives. There's 3 knives around here, or I don't know what they are, like maybe a candle. Yeah, they're knives. 3 knives here. I would suggest getting in the corner, kind of like I'm doing this one right here. Even when these 2 come down, just start a pattern and let them jump over you, or let them go under you or over you, and just keep them stuck on the wall there, and it was not a big deal. The picture here is kind of at random, but if you can get it in a corner, you can basically get like that. You can get a lot of hits all at once. Again, like I was saying, remember there is at the end of the boss here, the chandelier will fall, kind of like the whatever weird-looking alien-sucking motherfucker jumped out of the corpse. So make sure you're not in the middle of the room, otherwise you will take damage on that. Stage 3. Also, too, depending on how well you do at the end of each stage, you will get a certain amount of life back. It's not guaranteed that you get full life back, so definitely conserve your life as much as possible. Now, this stage, there's a mid-level boss, and there's probably an easy pattern that you can do to maybe avoid his damage, but really, when it comes down to it, the best advice I can give you on it is do the shotgun trick that I'm about ready to do here. You get 2 guns, one in the beginning of the game, one towards the end of the boss. The boss himself, I want to say, will take about 10 hits with the shotgun. So make sure you aim right and you don't miss. And see, if you, I don't know if you just saw how I did that, but if you move forward and pick up the gun, it will actually, you can cycle through dropping and picking up the gun and move it further to the right. That way you're close to the boss, so that when he appears on screen, you can't go back to previous sections, but you'll have it there available, so you can just unload right there. Again, you don't have to do that, but if you want to make it easy with the shotgun, that's how you do it. If you just keep going and pick up the gun there where it originally spawns and you keep moving forward, you won't be able to have enough space to go back and get it once your other one's out, because you definitely cannot kill them in one gun. He's around level 4. This game kind of books a little bit quick, so I'm going to try to keep up with it. Let's see. Really nothing interesting here. This is pretty standard platforming shit, or side scrolling. Sorry. Nothing too difficult. What is nice, I would say, about this game too, is you can switch back from left to right pretty fast. So there's no, you don't have to worry about, you know, slow turnaround time and getting hit from enemies both on the left and the right. A lot of this game, like I said, memorization. The enemy spawns that I know of don't change, so as long as you kind of know where they're coming from, you should be pretty good. Even the jumping mechanic is pretty good. This section, you'll have 3 of these mirror guys come out at you. It's like every 4 or 5 different mirrors. So my suggestion is to stay in front of them as far up to the right as you can, and then when they come down, try to, as they're coming down into the point where you can hit them, definitely try, like I said, I just got 2 hits right there. You want to do it that way, because you have to hit them 3 times in order for them to die. So if you can get a good 2 or even a 3 hit before they even come out with 1, that's your ideal situation. I think I got an extra life back there somewhere too, so it kind of goes along with the rule that I was telling you earlier. I think, yeah, that was the last one. This is a pretty cool boss. Pretty cool music as well. That's another thing I was going to say. The music is really good in this game. I think it fits the mood perfectly. I don't know in comparison how it is to the arcade game, but this one definitely sounds good. It's too bad this didn't get a release on Super Nintendo or Genesis. At least the first one. I think it would have done pretty well. But like I said, I guess it kind of makes it a little bit exclusive being for the Turbo graphics. The other sequels were, I don't know if they were released on Turbo, but they were released on Sega. Part 2 and 3. They're kind of rare games, so if you get a chance to hold on, or you have them, hold on to them. So. This one, like I said, this one's pretty rare too, but I think that's just more because of its Turbo graphics, and maybe not everyone had a chance to get it when it came out. But the one on Genesis, I think they're just expensive because people like to hold on to them. I never understood this section. I will say I saw some sort of arcade port walkthrough, and this section right here where it looks like you're looking at nothing and the music changes all of a sudden dramatically, I'm pretty certain that there was something that happened there that does not happen in this game. So that's the only thing I can figure out. I don't know why that whole pause is necessary, but it's whatever. Stage level 5, yes. Oh, this is one of my favorite. I love talking about this stage. The boss here may seem like it's kind of a beast, but it's not too bad. These chairs are pretty easy. Just make sure you get a good pattern on them, and you'll not have an issue with it. This is kind of a tricky section. As you can see, there's some ramps that go up and down. My suggestion to you would be, when the ones on the down come, reverse yourself a little bit, like you just saw me doing, and it kind of helps slow down your descent so that you don't run into the hand. Because there's the ones past here are a little tricky. But definitely keep moving. You don't want to get stuck stopping here. It will throw off your rhythm, and to me, it's harder. So, kind of like here, you want to try to delay that. I've done both of those ones. You can either go up or down. I would suggest down. It's easier. Again, this is one of the sections with the guys coming out of the water, and the best way to do that is to jump kick. If you do the other ones, it gives them a chance to hit you, and that's what you don't want. Next section here is this stupid bitch ghost. This is probably one of the worst enemies I've ever seen. Those zombies are pretty cool, but let's see if I get this pattern right. Okay, so you're gonna have 3. He'll keep bringing these guys back. You don't want to rush right on that 3rd time because you'll get stuck with the skeletons, and it's just easier to play it safe and kill the skeletons. Once he revives the skeletons, kill them and then kill him, and then go back and hit him, and then you'll be good to go because you can hit him multiple times after that. You got these blood-sucking worm things again. Similar as with the other ones, just hit them. No big deal. I did pretty good on this run, if I remember serves me correctly. I did lose a couple lives on the 6th stage, but you'll kind of see why. But this stage, these first couple ones, you should be able to run fairly effectively. Now, this is, I don't think I'm gonna beat him on this one, but I might. It's weird. Watch this chick. This, for all of you who have a significant other, you may notice this change. This probably happens at least once a month to you. I know it does me. But anyways, this guy, the first time, there's 3 cycles in this one. The first time, I would suggest just staying to the left. It's pretty easy. He'll jump usually right into you. I want to say it's 5 or 6 hits, and then he'll go back into, or she'll go back into her form, and then back into whatever the demon is. So, but like I said, this is a 3-time cycle. Each time getting a little bit harder. The first 2 are pretty easy. You can stick with the same strategy because they'll jump right at you. The 3rd time is where he gets a little bit tough. And the way I would say I'm changing it up here is he'll do these little jumps, and it's kind of hard to tell how many he's going to do. He may do 2 or 3. And typically the way I'd say is keep your back to the left, and once you see his jump, appropriately move up towards him, and then just punch. Like right there, that was a small one, punch. See, punch, and then move back. See that double one, punch. Punch. You just keep, after you punch, move back, because those claws can move pretty far. Okay, so that was the first time that I lost a life right there. It's kind of a, but anyways, that's the idea with the pattern. Had I had at least 1 or 2 more pieces of life there, it should have been almost over. But yeah, that's kind of the idea behind this section. If you try to take him on, you know, go full Rambo style right into him, he's just gonna fuck you up, and it's a waste of time. I should be getting another life, maybe even after I beat this guy. I can't believe we didn't get this on the Nintendo or Super Nintendo or anything. I saw TurboGrafx when I was growing up as a kid, but of course, you know, unless you just had a shit ton of money, you know, it was hard to have multiple systems. I mean, I didn't think I got a Genesis until I was 14 or 15, just because I conned my parents into it. Because I just basically had Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I just didn't have the money to collect for it. TurboGrafx I thought was always a cool game, or a cool system. I never had any money for it, and by the time I did have a job or whatnot, it was gone already. So definitely would have loved to have collected it for it, because there's definitely a lot of cool games. I have like Bonk's Adventure in this game, and Keith Courage, and there's a bunch of good ones. Okay, stage 6. Sorry, I'm rambling. Oh, these little bastards. This is probably the shortest out of all the levels, but it's definitely pretty hard. Basically gonna go down this corridor. These little fucking, I don't know, demon babies or whatever are going to come out of both the ceilings, the ceiling and the floor, at random places. I would say that the pattern typically seems to be they spawn closest to wherever you're at. So if you move left on the left side of the screen, there'll be more on the left side. If you're on the right, you're on the right side of the screen, which is good. It helps you take them out. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die once or twice here, and I apologize for not having a better run, but you know, sometimes with these things I want to make sure I show you guys that there is some difficulty frustration level when it comes to playing a lot of these games. I'm by no means a perfectionist, and I'm not trying to be a speedrun guy. That's not the purpose of the show. My purpose of the series. I hope some of these things are, the purpose is to be educational, so that you can, if you're getting stuck in a certain portion of the game, or you just want to take it on and get some tips, this will help you. So best thing I could say with this is definitely punch up and then kick down and get the ones that are closest there, because this thing seems to take a lot of hits for no particular reason. And if you see these little things get stuck on the side like that, and then you get like 4 or 5, it's just fucked. I mean, sometimes you get a good mixture and they come straight out at you, and your punches and kicks don't take them out. But if they go high, it can be pretty difficult. So I think I got an extra life somewhere around here. You can see I'm up past 70. Hopefully this is the one that we make it through, but I don't believe so. Wishful thinking. This seems to be a little more of a manageable pattern here. But really what fucked me is, I've already down to 2 things of life, and that's not gonna help me getting to the end here. See, you already got that guy on the fucking left. And, oh, that's great. Right there. And that's kind of another piece of shit. Oh, fuck. That's the thing that kind of pisses me off about this game a little bit. There's no way to attack straight up when enemies are coming down on you. And it makes this a little, I'm sure I'm just complaining a lot, but it would have helped. Yeah, this is definitely, like I said, the toughest stage, I believe, in the whole game. And rightfully so, to be one of the last levels. You can lose a shit ton of lives right here. This one seems to be a lot easier pattern-wise. I got 5 already, 5 lives still, or 5 hits. And don't freak out when you get these guys on the left. Let them try to come to you. There we go. We must be getting close. That's good. Come on, come on. Ah, shit. Sucks. There we go. There we go. That's a good spot right there. That's a good forehead. See, they're not coming out. It's not like I said, sometimes you get lucky with this shit. Or they spawn right into your punch. Yeah, we got this. We got this. There it is. There it is right there. I hate that fucking level. Could have been done like 3 or 4 minutes earlier. Oh well. Here we go in the last section. This isn't incredibly hard. It's basically just patterns. You can't hit any of these fire enemies. Don't even try. Just trust your jumping skills here. And you want to get to the end here with as much energy as possible, because you can either get good or bad patterns in the last boss. Here comes the fireman. Like I was saying, just know that you're going to have to do some pretty complicated jumps here, so make sure your timing's good on these. That's probably the hardest one right there. Okay, so what this guy is there's like this big head that's gonna come out. He has hands that he can come and hit you with, but your main thing you're gonna have to dodge is the falling rocks. Every time he goes down, his hands come up, and sometimes towards the last couple times that he does come up, you will have to avoid his hands and the flying objects that are coming down on you. Except it's all at random, so sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. The hands are pretty easy. As long as you just jump to avoid them, you shouldn't really have any issues with them. See, this is a pretty good pattern. I mean, yeah, I think I've only seen one rock come close to hitting me where I had to move out of the way, so that's good. See, there's the hands. Kind of got shafted a little bit on that, but except there's definitely room to move from the hands, so don't freak out about them. Yeah, with a double, just make sure you're in the center and jump straight up. You should be close to dying. There he is, right there. Funny thing about this last section, as you can see, normally he'll come up from the ground, the rock stuff starts coming down on you. By accident, I was facing him. I killed him one time. I died. After I killed him, I died from a rock falling out of the sky. Okay. After you kill this enemy, you get 100,000 points, which is basically another extra life. So, usually, and like I said, I got killed by the rock, and I started the level back over. So what that kind of means is not only do you get an extra life for getting 100,000, but you get to play the level over again and the boss again. So, that section gives you the ability to stack points up. I don't know if there's any other points in the game that you can do that with. That's one of the points in this one. Does that mean anything? Probably not. But if you're trying to get, I guess, like a high score and you're trying to stack up and get like 1,000,000 or something, it wouldn't be that hard if you do that method. Now, that there's a lot of what ifs in there. You have to get, towards the last guy and have like 1 or 2 hits. If you had 5 hits of your life left, you're not going to be able to, fall into those fast enough to die, so you'd want to have like 1 or 2. You want to get lucky enough to once he dies, you walk into those rocks. But yeah, that's how you could kind of stack your damage on there, and it wouldn't really matter because you could continually do it as long as you got lucky every time, because you're gonna get an extra life no matter what for beating him, because you'll get that extra 100,000. So I don't know if that means anything or what, but yeah, if you want to get that, there's a little piece of knowledge for you. So there's another episode right there of our special Halloween series. I'm sure I've got to play more of these games. Hey man, it's Halloween. We got to do something special. We'll see you tomorrow.